today to the focus group for St. Ives Lotion. If you could all just go around in a circle and introduce yourselves, starting on this side.
My name is Shirley.
I'm Barbara.
I'm Teresa.
Hi, I'm Linda.
Heather.
I'm Beth.
Okay, thank you guys. As I said, this is for St. Ives Lotion and a campaign we're going to be creating for the product. And I'm just going to start off with some questions. And I would like you all to answer them in the same order that you introduced yourselves, so we can have a smooth transition. First of all, I want to ask what brands of lotion do you currently use, and why do you use or why do you like those particular brands?
Oh, me. I guess currently what I have on my nightstand is Vaseline Intensive Care, and I also like the lotion from Bath and Body Works, just because I like the way they smell.
I use Target brand baby lotion because it's just, it's mild and it's non-greasy.
I use the Corelle Extra Dry Skin because it works and I like the smell. I think I'm using Eucerin. I think that's what's in my van, so whenever my hands crack, that's what I stick on.
I have a Mary Kay at my desk right now. I have Carmex lotion, and then I also use Mary Kay.
Okay. And well, Beth, why do you use those?
Carmex because it's absolutely non-greasy, but it works well on my hands, and Mary Kay because it smells good.
Great. Are you familiar with the St. Ives brand of lotion? And if so, what is your current impression or current thoughts of St. Ives?
Oh gosh. I've heard of it, I don't think I've ever used it. Probably a price point issue for me.
I've used them in the past, and it's the same thing. It's just cost.
I think I'm sure I've used them. I've heard of them. I know I've probably used them, but I just buy whatever I like at the moment. Yeah, I've heard of it. I've probably used it in the past, but I just buy whatever looks good and costs good and that kind of thing.
The same, I think I've used it, but it's really just whatever's available, and the price is usually the factor, so. I'm probably the same. I use all kinds of different kinds, so I think I've used it before, but I haven't used it recently.
Okay. Well, going off that, we have a thing with St. Ives lotion, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you all use it and test it now. So since y'all haven't been familiar in a while, I'm just gonna go around and sort that for you guys. What flavor is it?
Flavor.
It is oatmeal and shea butter.
Oh, it smells good.
Happy breakfast.
Just gonna give you all a second to rub it on, smell it, do whatever.
Yeah, smells on that. Greasy is okay, some of that stuff.
Right.
Like after I rub it in, I don't want to be great.
Okay.
No, I'll shoot it down.
No, take your time. You're fine.
I just remember anyway. It's too greasy. It's greasy. I think it's moisturizing. Is that what it is? More what? I think so.
Okay. Well, going off of that, after having tried it and stuff, what do you now, I guess, what is your impression now, or what kind of thoughts are going through your head, whether you like it, dislike it, what you like or don't like about it, just kind of go off that.
I like it. I like the smell. I like the texture of it. It's not too greasy. I really don't like greasy lotion. So just was curious to see, how long would it dry out? How long would it last?
I like the smell. I don't like how it feels. To me, it's very greasy and it's making my hands sweat. It's like clogging me up.
I agree. I like the smell of it, but it's a little too greasy. I don't like greasy lotion.
Actually, I don't think it's greasy at all. Compared to what I was using, it's not at all. It absorbed, and it feels wet to me, so it doesn't feel like it's greasy, and then it's already feeling dry. So maybe I'm just extra dry, I don't know, something like that, but it seems to be working okay for me.
It's clogging my skin.
I don't think it's soaking in as much as I would want it to. So I think it is a little bit greasy. It feels moisturizing a little bit, but it feels like it's not soaking in either. So, and the
comparing it like to your current lotion, I guess how brand loyal are you all? Like, would you be willing to switch the type of lotion you use if you, like St. Ives now use it, or are you really loyal to the brand you already have? How are you purchasing? I guess, are you brand loyal, or would you be?
I'm not brand loyal, I usually just buy whatever's on sale, or my mother had given me some lotion too from Avon that she had purchased, so, you know, I just use what I have.
To me, it's not a matter of brand loyalty or not, it's just the best value, and if it works for my skin, so.
I think I'd stay with what I'm using now because it's for the time of the year. I have really dry skin and it works. The Curel Extra Dry. I don't think I would get this just because I don't like greasy, and this is, my hands are still greasy.
Yeah.
They feel slick, like if I go to open a door, I don't think I could open the door. It's so slippery.
My neck is soaked.
It's not as greasy as what I'm using now. What I use now, it goes on as lotion and kind of sits there and you can see it shine. So I like how this absorbed in my skin better. What I don't like is the heavy scent. I'd just rather have something unscented. So I don't know that I would switch because of the scent.
What I use now soaks in better, so I would stay with what I have, but the only reason I have it is it was actually given to me, so it's not even a matter of brand loyalty at all. I would be willing to try maybe a different kind, different fragrance, but not that particular one.
I'm not brand loyal at all. I'm big into coupons and sales, so if it was on sale and I had to make a coupon, I'd probably buy it. but I mean, I like it, so it's something I wouldn't buy it.
Okay. What is the number one reason that you all use lotion or skincare products? Like, for example, do you want softer skin? Do you want it to reduce aging? Anything along those lines? What reasons?
I have very, very dry skin, so I'm constantly using lotion. I keep hand lotion in my pocketbook, and I usually put lotion on every morning after my shower, on my arms and legs. So that's about all I use lotion for, but I do keep it. After I wash dishes, I have to put on lotion because it really dries out my skin.
Yeah, I cake in the lotion before I go to bed at night, and I carry it in my purse. I use it on a regular basis, especially this time of year. It makes my skin very dry. My hands are in water a lot, so it dries out my hands. So.
That's the same with me with my job. My hands are constantly in water, so my hands are constantly dry. I even have trouble with cracking around my thumbs, and it's very painful. So I carry it in my purse. I do it at night also because I don't wash my hands overnight, so it stays on longer and can moisturize better.
Depending on the weather, sometimes I don't use any lotion, like in the summertime. Even now probably through the summer, as long as it stays warm, I won't use anything. No, I mean, I have dry skin, but I don't like lotion. But like I use moisturizer, makeup and stuff, but not any lotion. But now in the winter time, when I go outside and it's cold, my hands will crack and start bleeding. They just start doing it. So I have to use stuff on my hands.
I use lotion in the wintertime, but I don't use it. I use it maybe once at night and maybe once in the morning, but that would be about the extent of it. So I don't use it a lot, but that's probably about when I would use it.
I use moisturizer on my face and that kind of thing, and I use lotion on my legs when I shave my legs, and I use it on my feet and hands a lot in the winter. Summer not so much because I don't have near as dry skin in the summer. But
Okay. What quality is the most important to you in lotion? For example, like, is it the smell of the lotion? Is it the texture, as in how light or heavy it feels? The absorption rate, or if none of those, something else? What would you consider most important?
most important is probably the texture that it absorbs in my skin and doesn't feel greasy afterwards.
That'll be the same for me, number one. And second would be fragrance. I don't mind having a fragrance as long as it's something mild and soft. I don't like the very heavy, like the Bed Bath Body Works, whatever. Those kind of lotions, Victoria's Secrets, they smell great, but I don't like them on me. It's overwhelming for me. So.
And I just, if it works, I like it. If it serves the purpose, if I have dry skin and it takes care of my dry skin, which is like the brand now I use does, then I am like her, I use coupons and go on sale, but if I find something I really like, I would be willing to pay the price if it works. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I'm really sold on what I use now, so. Can you tell?
If it keeps my hands from cracking, if I put it on and it stops them from bleeding and all that when it's cold, then I like it. And if it doesn't burn, because by the time I'm using it, I'm already bleeding. And if it doesn't burn too badly, I'm good. But I've noticed the more fragrance the lotion has, the more it's going to burn me.
If it absorbs quickly, if it's not greasy, that would be my number one. And then the fragrance, if it's really anything that's scented, I don't use. So if it doesn't have a scent, that's probably number two.
Mine's the same. I like the absorption, but I actually like the scent. Like it's not overbearing scents, but at least some kind of scent to it I like.
What is, I know some of y'all mentioned price range and cost. What, I guess, is your price range for purchasing lotion? Like, what would you not want to go over cost-wise?
Depends on the size.
For, I guess, just not the tiny, but an average
Something
size
like
bottle.
that.
Like the kind that I brought around this afternoon.
Oh, I wouldn't pay more than $4 or $5.
Probably $3-4, depending on what it was.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay more than $4 or $5 either. That's plenty for lotion.
Same here, if that's kind of is, but if it would keep my hands from cracking, I'd pay $20 if it works.
Right, that's like me. If it's something that just is awesome, but how often do you
I
find
haven't
that?
found it. I haven't found it yet.
I would say $3 to $4.
That's what I was thinking. 3 to 4.
3 to 4. Okay. Where do you all get your information about lotion products? Is it from word of mouth, magazines, TV, none of those, something else?
I wouldn't say it was any of that for me. It's just what's on sale at the store and what I've used in the past and what I like, you know.
But where do you remember like where you heard of those first? Was it from a friend or family member or you just picked it up randomly?
Just randomly. It's probably just what my mom used when I was growing up and, you know, something like that. It's probably just what I continue to use.
For me, it's just past experiences and free samples. If I have a free sample, I'm more likely to try it, something new, just because to me, because I'm very picky about my lotion and how greasy things feel for me, I'm more likely to even invest in maybe a trial size if it's something that I think is going to be good for me, as opposed to spending money on buying a whole bottle. So free samples will probably be the best thing for me.
Coupons. When I look through my Sunday paper, if I see a coupon where it's $1 or $2 off, I'd be more willing to try it, like she said. And just going to the store and looking at the labels and word of mouth.
I haven't bought lotion in I don't know how long because Steve will buy it for me because he's concerned about my hands and my heels. So he'll buy me and it'll go in my stocking and then that's whatever I use. And I think he does more of the research to see if it's good for me or not. And then when he does buy me heel cream, I put it on my hands too because sometimes that helps.
Trial and error is probably how just getting things. A lot of it's been coupons from the store that I've gotten, and I'd be willing to try it. But free samples I've gotten from people too, and that's been helpful. Once I find something that I don't like, then I won't go back to that though. So it's probably still looking for other things. So.
Mine's similar, word of mouth, some's coupon. That's how I found Carmex as a coupon and I got it for free at CVS and it's the best that I found for my cracked skin. So it could be a lot of times word of mouth too.
How effective then, going off of that, because I know most of y'all have just said samples, coupons, word of mouth, how effective are things like magazine advertisements, TV commercials, any of that as far as finding products for you?
It's not a factor.
It's not effective for me.
Many of those are actors. They get paid to say that stuff.
Yeah.
Depends on what it is, but I don't know. Yeah, the price still has to be right.
I would trust a friend word of mouth before I would trust a commercial.
Yeah,
That's
I would agree with that.
I would go with what somebody else told me before I went with any ads.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Okay. I know with the advertisement, the consensus here is that you're not really too fond of them, but we do have just printed off some samples of a current St. Ives ad just compared with some other lotions, just to kind of see as far as imagery and colors, text, what would appeal to y'all if you were flipping. So I printed off those. I'm just gonna give y'all a couple minutes to look at them and then kind of just talk about what appeals to you or doesn't with those ads. Are any of those that you looked at, did one maybe stand out, I guess, more based on the picture or the text, or one that you just thought like, oh my goodness, I would never, like this ad is all wrong, or any thoughts based on that?
None of those have any influence on what I would purchase.
And is it just that because you don't trust ads like someone talked about before, or is it like you don't like the wording, the imagery, any of that, or?
I don't know, just probably because I've never tried those lotions.
Mhm.
And just something, just doesn't feel like, oh, I gotta go buy this, unless they had like a $5 off coupon or something. We're all too cheap.
The economy the way it is.
Yeah, I know, it's all about the coupons. But no, I mean, wouldn't make me run out to the store and buy it.
Okay.
Again, the ad is not gonna make me run to the store and buy it, it's more price. However, as far as being attracted to the ad, the one that kind of, I'm least attracted to, let's put it that way, it's probably the Carrie lotion. It came across to me as too sensual. I even was, when I first saw it, I was like, is this even lotion? I thought it was something else, a different product. The most appealing to me would have been the Aveeno. One, because it gives me the impression that it is natural product just because of the way the picture is. It appeals to nature. And also because she's fully clothed.
I like the Jergens one. I would say if any of them were going to, her skin just looked healthy and glowy, and it didn't look too greasy. But then again, that could just be her skin and might not have anything to do with the lotion. But I would say if it was, if I wanted, of all of them, if I wanted my skin to look a certain way, I like the way her skin looked. So, the Jergens name's been around forever, so I might be tempted to try it just because it's a, what do you call it, a time thing. It's lasted over time, so it must be a pretty decent product. Yes, time tested.
I preferred either the Aveeno or the St. Ives. And again, the natural look to the Aveeno. I like the colors on both of those. I like the St. Ives because she's a real woman. She's, she's hunched over, you can see stomach. I like that.
She's not a model.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like she's as much of one. And I think that one says 7 out of 10 women, so it's giving you that little bit of a personal thing. Real women, what they say. So it's kind of like, okay, my buddy has told me it works for her, that kind of approach. So either one of those.
I think initially looking through them, when you see that many ads together, they kind of all run together. So I don't think any one necessarily completely stood out. However, I would agree that the Carrie was not appealing at all because it was too sensual. The Aveeno I liked just simply because it did seem natural, but the one out of all of them that probably stood out was actually the Jergens, and I think that's just simply because I've used Jergens before. So it's probably just the simple fact of brand recognition I didn't like the carry, too KY looking.
That's what this thing.
But I love a vino look only because it looks fun, but it probably wouldn't make me buy the lotion. I actually like the St. Ives ad. One, natural. Two, it's about the legs. That's where I use my lotion the most, is my legs and feet. So if I was going to buy just from the ad, it would probably be the St. Ives because of the legs. I know that sounds silly. That sounds silly, but it's targeted to my legs and my feet, and that's where my hand need it. So I like that.
Okay. For as far as like social media goes, like Facebook, Twitter, couponing sites, anything like that, do y'all ever notice any of the advertisement on that, whether it's like a video ad, or like if it has a coupon ad there on there? I guess what sites do you notice ads most on, or what sites do you visit the most where you would notice them?
I really don't visit any coupon sites online. The only coupons I get are out of the Sunday paper or what Kroger sends me in the mail. So, doesn't apply to me.
I subscribe to a couple of couponing newsletters, and so if I see on there under summary, if it's products that I know I can use, regardless of what the brand is, if the coupon seems like a good coupon, then I'll look at it. I'm rarely on Facebook, just because it's become too much. I'm usually only there to reply to somebody when I get a message, or something like that. So, yeah.
I'm not big into computers or advertisements, but I do some of the sites like the coupon.bug, and there's a couple of others. So if I saw that, it would probably be there. It wouldn't be anywhere else. I don't do Facebook or anything, so.
I don't pay too much attention to the ads on Facebook or on the side of the computer either. I mean, I'll get my Cinemark movie coupon and I'll print out or something. I get that regularly. There for a while I was trying to get the Kroger coupons, you know, where you add it to your little card, but I don't go there enough to really worry about it. I just end up going to Walmart, so I don't do a whole lot with coupons.
Any coupons I get are out of a paper or out of an ad. I don't do any online shopping really, so, and I don't notice, I'm on Facebook, but I don't notice the ads there. I don't pay attention to it.
I notice ads a little bit on Facebook, but I don't usually go to them. I do a lot of coupon sites though. I do a lot of couponing online, so, and print them off. So I do notice if there's like Target coupons, I go to those a lot, and I do a lot of other coupon sites, and I get the newsletters. So I do notice the ads on there.
Okay. Well, those are actually all the questions that I have, but I wanted to ask, before you all left, if there was any other things that you wanted to add on, maybe that you didn't get to say earlier, or any questions you might have about the product or anything along those lines. No, it's fine, but
Still feel good. Good.
If I used it, I would be more tempted to use it on my legs, because I do like sometimes my legs to feel greasy.
It is a leg lotion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad on your hands,
Right.
but it's a leg
I
lotion.
wouldn't use it on my hands because, like I said, opening doors and rings and
But
things.
my feet get so
I might
cracked.
use
I
it
don't
on
know
my
my
legs.
face. And put socks on. Yeah.
So I have dry knees and really rough dry skin in the summer and in the winter too.
okay.
It would be something I would use on my legs, not on my hands.
Well, actually, that does spark another question. What do y'all consider like the difference in, y'all are saying it's a leg lotion, not a hand lotion? What, I guess, makes a lotion hand or leg lotion for you all?
The fragrance would be more body, I would think, than on your hands. That's one thing. It seems like hand lotions are thicker.
Hand lotions need to be the thick for the dryness. The legs or the body, yeah, it's more of a light, maybe is it light? Is that the word currently? But scented still, yeah. I would use the same lotion all over.
Okay, well, great. Thank you all. Appreciate you taking time out of your day to do that for us. And thank you.
Feel free to have more cookies if you want.
Oh, yes. Drink.